my dieters! In this video, we're going to be discussing 7 healthy but very filling foods. It is a well-known fact that a lot of people who succeed in achieving a dramatic weight loss have a very hard time keeping that weight off. We are all familiar with shows like The Biggest Loser, where the most successful contestants, if you look at them 5 years later, even 2 years later, they would have gained most, if not all, of that weight back. So let's discuss the type of foods that you can eat to help you achieve permanent long-term success when it comes to your weight loss. Let's get into the video. Welcome back again. Thank you so much to all my returning subscribers. I appreciate your support. Even if I am seeing one more subscriber in a day, I am just so thankful and I'm so happy because I'm like, someone likes my content and I appreciate you so much. If you're new to my channel, welcome to the family. Remember to complete the ritual that makes you family. Subscribe, click the subscribe button down below, and also remember to click the notification bell so you are notified every time that I upload a new video, and you can be the first one to drop me your comment. I want to hear your thoughts. Also remember to like, share with your family and friends, and tell me what you think in the comment section about the subject matter that we're discussing today. Anyway, let's get back to the business of the day. So the number one food that is healthy and so filling is boiled potatoes. I had to make sure I said boiled because if I just say potatoes, a lot of you will be running to the next drive-thru to try and get some fries. No, I'm not talking about fries. I mean just plain boiled potatoes, preferably with the skin on because it has all the vitamins and all the nutrients, moderate amounts of fiber and protein, but it is amazingly healthy. 38 foods were tested and potatoes scored quite high on what they call the satiety index, which is basically a measure of how filling a food is or how long it can keep you satisfied after eating it. So they say potatoes scored 7 times higher than croissants, which is mostly our breakfast go-tos, croissant with a little smoked salmon, cream cheese. But you can eat that. You're not going to stay full for long. So potatoes score very, very high on the satiety index. The number 2 food that is healthy and yet filling are eggs. Eggs are incredibly healthy and they are nutrient dense, especially the yolks. I know that a lot of diet gurus and bodybuilders, they encourage people to eat mainly egg yolks and stuff like that, but I think that the yolks are very nutritious and they are very beneficial. If you eat eggs for your breakfast, you're more likely to stay fuller for longer because they're very high in protein. Actually, they say that 1 large egg contains 6 grams of protein. That's pretty good. One study that was done showed that eating eggs for breakfast instead of something like a bagel or croissant toast actually resulting in you being fuller for longer and you end up making better food choices throughout the day. Well, to be precise, the next 36 hours. That's pretty good. So consider adding eggs to your diet. Make an omelet, scramble them. Like we love eggs in my family. We eat boiled eggs, do a poached egg, do all different kinds of variations of eggs, but make sure you incorporate them in your breakfast to make sure that you're fuller for longer and you can stretch through the time in between meals without needing even a snack. The number 3 food is probably quite obvious, but it's so loved by everybody. It's oatmeal. It's oatmeal. When eaten as oatmeal porridge, which is what I grew up eating, I used to love it. It is very, very nutrient dense and has moderate calories. So it has the ability to keep you full for longer because of its high fiber content, which can soak up water. And they say that a study was done which proved that people that ate oatmeal were able to stay fuller for longer and actually ate fewer calories during lunch. I didn't do the study, I'm just quoting what I saw. So consider adding oatmeal to your diet. I love it personally because it's very low in calories. If you eat about 60 grams, make oatmeal porridge maybe in the microwave. I like to make it on the stove top. It makes it kind of more, I can't say bulk up, but you can have more porridge with about half a cup or even one full cup. But it's definitely going to keep you fuller for longer. Another thing I have to really caution you about oatmeal is you might find yourself in the bathroom several times a day. So if you work like an office job or something, that's fine. But if you work mostly out of the office, I don't know about during this quarantine, but you might want to consider making a plan for yourself. So they say that oats have soluble fiber, which has the ability to release satiety hormones that can delay the emptying of your stomach. That's pretty deep science, but I think that's another reason why you should be eating oatmeal. Okay? Okay, the next food on my list is fish. This is one of my favorite, but I live in a landlocked country. We don't have that many varieties of fish, or at least the bulky fish where you can like fillet it nicely and get a huge thick chunk of meat like salmon or, cod. We don't have that over here. But we have good old tilapia, and I'm pretty satisfied with that, and I love it. Every time that I eat fish, I find that I can have a larger portion than if I were eating, like, say, chicken or beef. And it definitely contains high quality protein. And it is also rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are very essential fats that we must get from food on a daily basis. So they say that a study proved that having a good healthy dose of omega-3 fatty acids decreased the amount or increased the satiety level, meaning how longer you can feel full after eating food. So that has to count for something. You might want to consider putting fish in your diet, but don't overdo it because of things like mercury and stuff like that. But you still have to have some fish at least once or twice a week, or even just twice every 2 weeks, maybe. I don't know about this, but they say that a study was done that showed that the type of protein that is found in fish is much more likely to make you fuller than regular protein found, say, in beef or chicken. If you find anything different, fact check me in the comment section. Let me know. Let your girl know, like, you got it wrong. Let me know. Another healthy food that can help you fill you up, that can fill you up for a long time, is soup. Me being an African girl, we don't do soups like that, but I had to learn to love them when I started my weight loss journey. Vegetable soups, chicken soup, all different kinds of soup, and you have to make sure that they're not calorie laden. For example, I was scrolling Instagram the other day and I saw somebody made a nice mushroom soup. Mushrooms are very low in calories, so you can use veggie broth, chicken broth to make a mushroom soup. Saute the mushrooms with a little onion, then boil it for about 30-40 minutes, and you can have a nice, soothing, filling bowl of soup, which is still low calorie. They have the famous Weight Watchers cabbage soup. I personally am not a fan of cabbage like that, but I don't hate it. If I'm to have cabbage, I'll have it in like a coleslaw or something, but in soup, I don't think I can eat it. But if you can handle it, make yourself some cabbage soup, okay? The next food I want to talk to you about, though we touched on it a little bit, we didn't touch all of it in its entirety, is meat. I know that meat has been demonized because of, the advent of the whole veganism and vegetarianism, but meat is not bad for you if eaten in moderation. I think that when I eat meat for my meals, I find that I stay fuller for longer as well. I remember trying going vegan for a while, and it didn't work for me because I was just constantly feeling hungry because carbs were feeding that kind of hunger craving for me, and I wanted more and more and more and more and more. I'm not saying that those that are vegetarians or vegans, it's not working for them, but just for me. I found that eating more meat in my diet will keep me fuller for longer. Not only fuller, but satisfied. The process of eating a piece of chicken or some stewed beef or a nice roast beef or just a good meat that I love is going to keep me satisfied for longer. So they say that a meat like a beef has a very high satiety index. So you might want to consider eating very high protein meats like beef for lunch, or I think lunch especially, because that tends to be the problematic area. Like when you're at work or even at home, when you eat lunch, that stretch from between lunch and dinner, you can be tempted to snack a lot in between there. Not so much breakfast to lunch, but I've found that in between lunch and dinner, that's when you feel like, oh my God, I have to snack, I have to have something. So consider eating a nice protein filled meat like a beef. You're definitely going to stay fuller for longer and you're going to make better food choices. And even if you decide to snack, you're going to make better snack choices. The next food that you want to consider, because it's very filling but very healthy, is Greek yogurt. Okay, this is one of the diet secrets right here. Always have Greek yogurt on hand in your fridge, in your pantry, wherever you keep it. Probably more in the fridge. And you can add a whole bunch of things to that Greek yogurt. A little granola, some berries, some fruit. That's going to make that very filling and very satisfying, and it's quite good as well. The last one that I have for you today, I wouldn't so much call it a food, but more of a condiment, or let me just say a trick. When you're eating, especially your lunch, dinner, even breakfast, you might want to consider adding peppers or hot sauce to your meal. Studies have shown that people that eat peppers or hot sauce tend to stay fuller for longer. I'm not sure if you've tried it. Let me know in the comment section if this is true for you. I have found that this is actually true for me because I try to have some kind of hot sauce with my meal. I don't like chilies, like hot chili, so much, but I try to have some Tabasco or my favorite garlic chili sauce, or anything that has a little bit of a kick to it is definitely going to help you feel fuller for longer. Anyway, blank dieters, that's all I have for you today. Remember to comment below. Let me know what you think about the subject that we were discussing today. Like, share, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye.